Now, it's time for the Varsity Radio Show. Here's your host, Seth Henniger.
Welcome to the Varsity Radio Show. What a day do we have planned for you. And I am so excited to have one of my very good friends from Arab, Alabama, my hometown. My good friend, he is fantastic, Matthew Kobe. How are you?
I'm great, man. What's going on?
Man, just living the dream. Living the dream. I've already gotten to hang out with you some today. You got a Dr. Pepper milkshake.
I do, and it's amazing.
It's Charburger. They're one of their specialties. We're going to have Royce Baucom, Jadyn Bonds. For the first time ever, we're going to have FCA Carter Duncan in the studio. So, me and you are going to get to meet a whole lot of people actually face to face.
I love it.
It's going to be a good day.
I think so.
Also in the studio, I that's a terrible word when I describe my next person, is we call him the Willy Wonka of radio.
Okay.
He's going to go into the Hall of Fame one day. I'm convinced. I'm going to write the letter.
Just manifest it.
I think it should happen. But he pushes the buttons. He slides the sliders. He makes the Oompa Loompas appear periodically by the chocolate river that I wish we had in the studio. He is my friend, Steven Spiegel.
Thank you, yes. It's going to be a great show. Got a lot of fun stuff prepared. Going to be talking about these athletes. We're also going to be talking a little bit about a slam dunk competition. A little bit of something about the Daytona 500. Yeah. We got all kinds of stuff. This thing is going to be jam-packed. It's going to be good.
Man, you're going to get your 2 hours worth. So, and like I said, I brought in some of the big guns. I got Matthew Kobe over here with his guns. You know, talking about his arms. He's not got weapons. Well, maybe.
Not on me.
But anyway, hey, meme of the week time.
Memes of the week.
And so me and you were talking about getting old.
Yeah. Feels like it happens a little more every day.
And Matthew, I thought I would help you prepare for being older.
I need help.
And so there's this meme. It's hilarious. It's got a bag of candy and pretzels. Hey, when I'm old, I'm going to leave snacks in little bags on the floor all over the house in case I fall down. Who needs Loeffler?
It seems practical. And I'm looking in there. Listen, I'm not even joking.
That's hilarious.
Those pretzel sticks are my jam.
There you go.
Yes.
Look, that would be hilarious. I don't know why, they have all these companies, and I think we should create our own. Anyway, this is hilarious. And you want to describe that one and read that? This is so funny and so true.
Oh, my goodness. When someone finally gets that extended warranty.
Right?
So that's Joey, the one that's always calling us, and that's Susan.
That's right.
And
that's right.
They've literally been hung up on 30 times by 8 o'clock in the morning, and they finally get somebody who says, you know what, I'm glad you called.
I've been looking into that. And then Super Bowl halftime show
that we all really
want to see.
That's
Weird
right.
Al.
That's right. It would be phenomenal.
Please make it happen. And you want to tell them about
the Texas spy balloon is ready for its maiden voyage. That would be Bucky himself.
Bucky the balloon. It's too bad he'll get shot down. Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I see what you've done for others, and I want you to do it for me.
That's
I
our
found
prayer.
3 Pop-Tarts in a pack of 2 Pop-Tarts.
So yesterday, I actually got a Starburst pack that had 2 pinks in it.
No.
I did.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, God still makes dreams happen.
I think
That's all I want to say.
I told somebody that I needed to go and just do something. I need to go invest in some penny stocks on that day because I would become a billionaire.
That's right. Yeah. The luckiness has hit you.
That was the Lord telling me today's your day, and I missed it.
I think so. Charburger. You want to feel like you won the lottery, the place to go is Charburger. They're the home of the famous Char-Grilled Wildcat Burger, Philly cheesesteak, jumbo crispy onion rings, and as my friend Matthew found out, the Dr. Pepper milkshake.
It's amazing.
The Dr. Pepper milkshake. And then we have B&B Video Games, home of one of the coolest owners I've ever met in my life. Video game retail store in the front, 80s style arcade in the back. That's B&B Video Games. Hey, within a few minutes, we're usually like, Steven, hey, are you looking for the Zoom? But Carter Duncan is in the house. So we're going to be bringing him in the room in a few minutes. So stay with us for FCA Moment of the Week. Come on.
the thing with the Starburst really did happen.
That's unbelievable. Have you ever heard Tim Hawkins? Unbelievable. Johnny Berry. Hope to see you guys at the regional tournament tomorrow. Go Knots.
Oh, Dr. Berry, you gonna see me there? I'll be there.
There we go. So, Steven, do you mind going and getting, or do you want me to go get him? I'll go get him.
Okay.
Okay. Get Carter. I'll go ahead and bring these two in. They're both doing FCA stuff. Hey, man. Come on in. FCA stuff. So I was like, hey, let's go ahead and bring them in. So we have 4 minutes to make you laugh. 4 minutes.
4 minutes, man.
4 minutes. Steven,
Sure.
let the show begin.
I got all kinds of stuff. So did y'all see the AT&T Slam Dunk Competition over the weekend?
That dude.
Sure did.
Oh
That
my
dude.
gosh.
I saw some of the funniest. This is that youth kid that spends all his money at the snack shack and gets all the
That's right.
They
That's right.
signed him to like just a 6-day contract just to do that.
just to do. Did they really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. That's crazy.
So here you go. Here's a little taste of what happened just before he took the court. He had a pretty cool friend in the audience.
Legit.
This is where you steal the show. Nobody knows your name. Make them remember your name. And don't miss a dunk. All right, good luck, brother. All right, big fan of yours.
Whoa! That was insane. I didn't actually watch the dunk contest.
Oh, I did. 720.
I now want to watch the dunk contest.
There's just some debate. Was it a 540? Was it a 720? Nobody really knows.
That dude.
That's great.
He was playing in G League before this.
I'm just gonna say
Wow.
that is not the guy that you think is gonna get drafted to the NBA.
No.
No.
No offense. He's like your size, like dunking.
None taken.
I mean, that's a serious vertical. A 720.
It was somewhere between a
Jeez.
540 and a 720.
It looked more like a 540.
Would you like?
Yeah,
to
it was like a
comment?
540.
Hunter.
I've seen Hunter do a full 1080 though.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
With a snowboard attached to
Yes.
his feet.
No.
Yeah.
I can't
Hunter's
do
kind of a big deal.
I can't do that.
Hunter, don't lie.
I can't.
You don't have to be modest right now.
Neither can he. That was just like they edited that.
I can't even dunk.
You think so?
Absolutely not. That dude is a freak.
That kid. So really, they signed him to a.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Do you know how much money he made?
How much?
$100,000.
You know, I'd do it.
100 grand. That's crazy.
We all would do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's just
if
that none
we
of us
could,
No.
can do it.
could we do that?
No.
I
They
done
even-
it one time.
If
and
the
that
three
was
of you
it.
threw
It's
me up
over.
in the air, make it like a cheerleading stunt,
Let's do it.
I'll just run and let y'all throw
Let's
me.
try. Let's see if Matt. We got basketball goals in the gym. We're gonna throw Matt up and
I'm
see
down.
what he can do.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll go.
Don't
make it
test
happen.
me with a good time.
That's
Make it
it.
happen.
You know.
Don't mention it again.
That's-
We'll be in a parking lot.
Oh,
He used his win to inspire a bunch of people, though. He had a little bit of a victory speech, a little
Oh.
press conference afterwards.
I want to hear this.
It's tough, you know. I think the biggest thing is it's a cliche, but you can really do whatever you want to do. I've had so many people, even at the highest level, like if you're a young kid and someone who is like an inspiration to you, like someone that you respect so much tells you can't do it, it doesn't matter. Literally, if you manifest and put your mind to it, you can literally make your life and reinvent yourself every day.
Wow.
He practiced that.
Yeah.
Man.
He knew.
He was
knew.
preparing for his big
was
moment.
I mean, he knew ain't nobody gonna do this again.
After he finished, I don't know if you noticed,
point.
after his last dunk, he just started looking at the camera going,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Like he knew he won.
Yeah.
Shaq even said it. He said, "It's done. Let's just go home. It's over."
I mean, and you do 3 dunks during the
Yeah.
dunk contest?
Yeah, and his first 2 were solid too. I mean, it was impressive.
I would just like to say I saw Michael Jordan stuff. I never saw him do a 720.
No.
That's the only thing I have to concede.
I don't think we saw him do a 720. but
No.
But his distance, though, was
Five,
unreal.
Five
540.
540. Thank you.
Oh, it's still impressive. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He was more of a distance dunker, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, like the free throw line?
Yeah.
Somebody's calling in.
I know.
If that's our
Find out
car
who that
extended
is.
warranty,
Yeah, they're calling back, be like,
we
stop
want to
making fun of
talk.
us.
Steven, if that's the extended
That's
warranty,
Susie.
we want to talk. This is how this show works. We like to mess with telemarketers.
But
She heard what we were going to do to her, so
Yeah, that's right.
Was it a telemarketer?
I don't even know that they didn't have the courage to even answer.
because they knew
Yeah.
we'd throw them on the air.
See?
not
I
nervous.
mean, you get what you
Well,
called for.
we'll get them.
I
We'll
like
call
playing
them
with
and
them
hang
from
up.
time to time, too. I'll kind of turn on my whole robocaller voice.
Yes. You know what my wife does?
20 seconds. What?
Oh, never mind.
I have friends that are bad about, like, just keeping them on the phone for a long time.
I said, no, I don't want that.
I can't do that. I don't have the patience.
Well, here we go. 8 seconds.
The FCA Moment of the Week.
You know, the two guys to my left, Matthew, have become good friends of mine. I get to spend a lot of time with them, actually, at least once a week, usually. And I'm so excited because Carter Duncan says, hey, man, I'll be in town. Can I come in the studio? And me and Steven have been wanting this for how long, Steven?
Long time.
Long time. And
Celebrity
it was
status.
like, well, yeah, come on. And so, Carter, the only regret I have is that you didn't bring your National Weather Service jacket.
You know, that was the backup plan, you know, and so I have to push that to another week. And I figured in the studio takes precedence. This is kind of rare for me to be
You know,
in
this
the
is
area
great.
this time.
This
oh,
is
yeah,
great.
yeah. This is good.
Yeah, Carter's gonna have to tell you. He called me. I said, is it you or Candy calling in? And Carter's like, it's gonna be me. I said, all right, one thing. Funny. I want you to be funny. And that joker showed up like a National Weather Service guy.
Oh, man. It's just
You brought joy
it's
to
just
my
a
heart.
product of circumstance.
I
You
mean,
know, we're outside. I got a pretty view. I'm a park and I'm gonna set up my camera. You
I
know,
said, Carter, will you report on that eagle behind you?
it was either there or Cathedral Caverns. Just one
Right.
of the two. You know,
Next time, Cathedral Caverns.
that's going behind the rain jacket.
Yeah,
so
hey,
that's coming soon.
Well, but I want you to walk in there like the croc hunter, like, Crocky, mate, we're going after a rattlesnake today.
We're gonna find something.
That's not a knife.
I gotta keep y'all on your toes. If we're gonna keep doing this, we're gonna make it worth it.
That's
You know?
right,
If it's
that's
worth
right.
doing, it's worth doing big.
Carter,
you know?
I'm going to say this hoping nobody else in FCA hears this, but you have added life to the FCA Moment of the Week spot.
I don't think anybody would be super offended by that. You know,
I think it's
This is
hilarious.
fun. This is a good time.
You're amazing. Hey, so Carter, tell us what's going on in Fellowship of Christian Athlete World.
All right.
Today.
I'm super excited. We have a dinner coming up, home team celebration dinner,
I like
which is
dinner,
April
too.
4th. So we got Jonathan Evans coming to speak, and I believe, Hunter, you've actually heard Jonathan Evans speak before, right?
Yeah, he spoke at Strength to Stand this year. So
Yeah.
I heard him, and he covered a message on John 3:16 about how it's just a verse we always say and
Yeah.
don't really think about,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he like broke it down word
good
by
word.
word.
It's a good word.
It was really, really impressive and just really, really special.
He's awesome. His credentials are through the roof.
Yeah.
His father's Tony Evans. I'm sure that's a name a lot of people
I
recognize.
know that guy.
Oh, yeah. And so he's the chaplain for the Dallas Cowboys, chaplain for the Dallas Mavericks.
No big deal.
And yeah, no big deal at all. You know, he's hanging out with Luca all day, and then he's coming to speak with us, and so it's gonna be awesome. So it's a dinner, April 4th, and we would love to see you there. It's home team celebration. So the point of the dinner is to hear about what FCA is doing and how you can get involved with it. You know, as Hunter's found out, when you're trying to do big events, when you're trying to plan summers, when you're trying to go to all these different schools, you can't do it alone. You need people to come beside you and partner with you and be part of the home team,
Yeah.
part of your team that's supporting you. And so that's the point of this dinner, is to educate people on how they can help out with FCA if they love the mission that we do and they love bringing the gospel to students and coaches all over Northeast Alabama, and they want to know how they can help. This is the place to be. This is the place to bring them if you know someone who'd be able to help.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
What else is going on?
man, internship
Look at
is
that.
right
He just
around the
busted
corner.
his calendar out.
Look, it's full. I had to make sure
That's
we
the
get it
small
right.
version.
So this is the small version for summer. We got boot camp coming up for interns. We got Marshall County Sports Camp is going to be in Albertville. We got Madison County East in Huntsville. We got Coleman Camp, which is in Coleman City in Coleman County. And then we got Madison West Sports Camp, which is in Madison, Alabama. And it's awesome. And we're going to have interns working every single one of the camps. We got an intern over here going to be coming back Now, I would talk about the internship, but it's just secondhand for me. We have an active intern, so
Yeah.
I want him to. I'm putting him on the spot a little bit about why internship is so awesome.
It's just the experience. It really, the kids teach you more than anything. I mean, you can go through the daily devotionals and stuff, but by the end of that week, those kids have taught you more, and it's just hard to see them go, honestly.
Wow.
After that last camp last year at Bob Jones, I was torn up about those kids leaving.
Yeah. And as
'cause-
somebody who actually has multiple students who are in the internship program too, like, it's solid.
Wow.
So,
It's a special place and a special just organization just to be a part of, and the friends and family that we've become. It's just
Yeah.
special.
I wouldn't be where I am without the internship. It drastically changed my life. And so, if you know somebody, or if you are someone who wants to get involved with camp, wants to get involved with being an intern, or just working a couple camps as a huddle leader if you're not able to do the boot camp at the beginning of summer, reach out to us, northalabamafca.org. We would love to hear from you and get you more information about how to get plugged in this summer.
That's it. NortheastAlabama.org. You can find anything.
Say that one more time, Seth.
Northeast
Alabama FC.
North
Alabama.
No
FCA.
No,
east.
east. NorthAlabamaFCA.org.
There you go. It's
That's
also
why
at the
Carter's in the
It's
studio.
on the bottom of the screen for
Yes.
those people on socials.
It's on the screen. That works out.
Fantastic. Thank you, Stephen, for putting it on the screen.
Oh, you're welcome.
And so,
Always.
But
Always.
anyway, that is what's going on in FCA, one of my favorite organizations ever. And so, hey, there we go. Thanks
There
for
we go.
coming,
Oh,
Carter.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Guntersville
Man.
Dad, with your shirt on.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. It's a good time.
Representing.
G-ville.
Stephen, we'll make you laugh.
my ears start
Yeah.
to get sweaty.
Well, I've enjoyed it. You don't have to go immediately unless.
I'll hang out now. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I got to interview someone at 3:30.
Who you interviewing?
We're good. Chancellor Brady.
Chancellor?
Did you interview Hunter?
I did.
He did.
Did he?
interview Hunter.
Did you make it hard?
He did.
Man,
Last time, I don't know.
You were acting like it was going to be one question, Hunter.
Well, last time
Yeah.
it was. I mean, it was just walk through this. I was like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and then you actually kind of went in depth on some questions.
it was the same form from last year was the starting point. We added a couple questions and
Yeah.
So, like, I have.
took some away.
So, JD's one of my students, like JD
Okay.
Hall,
Yeah.
Stephen Washington, and then also Connor's a church member of our church, too. So,
Love that. Connor is he has worked his last summer with FCA about 4 times now.
Yeah.
And so
Connor
That's what he
Reed.
keeps telling
Connor
me.
Reed.
He keeps telling me, he's like, yeah, man, it's my last summer this year. I'm like,
No, it
no,
ain't.
it's not.
no, he's stuck just like me.
He
you know.
told that to me my first year, this past year, and then he's back this year.
Is Connor Reese, since he's not here to defend himself, should he not be a comedian in life?
He's
Like,
pretty
He'd
funny.
be good at it.
He is hilarious.
He's hilarious. It's funny, though. So, Coach Reese and intern Reese, I don't know if that's the same guy.
They're two different people. Two different people.
I don't
What
think
does he coach
I've
again?
never
I
seen
forgot.
him in his coaching
Track.
phase.
Yeah.
Track.
So
Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah, he coaches throwers. And
Okay.
I'm with sprinters a lot of times. And, yeah, he's still goofy. But, like, some of the videos and some of the stuff I've seen of him at the internship, I'm like, who is this guy?
Who is this
I
guy?
know he gets out of his bubble when
let me
camp
try
rolls.
I
and
love
around,
him.
for
He
sure.
makes me laugh so hard.
So what is he doing? So, anyway, Connor Reese is one of the funniest guys in the whole world. And
Shout
so-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're
yeah.
there, Connor, I don't know if you watch the show anymore. Cool story. Our 1-year anniversary, we had Connor come and represent FCA.
Okay.
And so he came and hung out with us. Carter is so stinking funny.
Have you had Ken here yet?
Ken has not come in here.
He's busy.
Ken,
I
He's
know
the
he's
only,
busy.
Ken
he's
is-
the only person I've never really had it. I think I've had Jamie Strange.
have you
in
had
here.
G-Money over here before?
G-Money, he's a character.
If you would have,
We've had
He's
him
one of my
call
Sunday school
in.
teachers.
We've had him call in.
G-Money
G-Money'd
teaches
be great.
senior high Sunday school for me.
With G-Money, I was at Top Golf and for a pastor appreciation thing, and he walks up. He's like, "I'll hit with you. Don't bet money." I didn't.
He's a
Don't
dude.
bet money against G-Money. He made me humiliated. He was just crazy good.
He's so funny.
We had our intern reunion, and we had a bay because we had like 4 bays upstairs and like 2 bays downstairs because we thought a bunch of people were going to come.
Yeah.
And they did, but all the interns want to be together, and so they all went upstairs and just crammed into the 4 bays. And so it was just me and G-Money downstairs by ourselves, and for like 2 hours.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. And
Just
he
like,
made
all right,
you
let's
look
go.
silly, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
Embarrassing.
His swing is
no.
pure.
Embarrassing.
I was aiming for the yellow. If I could hit the yellow, I was happy with
This
that.
this
you
was
know?
this was our conversation. I got a few golf lessons. Shut your mouth.
That's
The
like,
devil
okay.
is a liar.
Okay.
I mean,
So I just moved back up here from East Alabama, and
Okay.
I know Ryan Limbaugh.
Okay.
So I've played a few FCA tournaments in East Alabama when he was there. And I did not, the first time I was on the golf course with him, I did not realize his brother is the golf coach at Vandy.
I didn't know that either.
So I go out and I'm on the range right next to Ryan Limbaugh, and we're just talking, and then he takes out, okay, he crushes a driver. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of normal, but whatever. He starts pulling out like a 5 and a 6 and then like a 9, and his 9 is going like 3 times farther than my 9. And I just look at him and I said, so is it like a prerequisite to be a scratch golfer, to be in the FCA? And he just looks at me. He looks around. He goes, kinda.
No. I think G-Money's the only good golfer on our staff right now.
Yeah.
Um,
don't bet against him.
We got to remember, G-Money had a lot of time in the corporate world before doing FCA. And so
yeah.
that's probably where a
Yeah.
lot of that golf comes from. So.
All right, Steven, we got about 4 minutes that we need to laugh. So,
All right, what are we in the mood for? Maybe some Kev?
yeah.
Well, Kevin does some really good voiceovers,
Yeah.
so yeah, let's try some of him out, and we'll get some Rockstar coming here too. But I think I've got this really long. Yeah, let's try Kevin with his cats. He's always real good with the cats. So here we go.
Dispense with these fun and games, Natalie. They're too childish for a cat like myself. I have 2 degrees, and I'm working on my 3rd. Oh, but at the same time, this is kind of fun. But dispense with this fun and games, Natalie. Oh, the fingertips.
Norman, you got to get this neck working. Some people call it neck working. I call it neck working. People say fight like cats and dogs. I say massage like cats and dogs. You feel me?
I don't know why those creep me out.
Now,
but-
historically, cats used to drink water by hand all the time. Or shall I say by paw, you know what I'm saying? Because, and then cat started drinking water out the dish face first to appease the man, which is the he-man, you know what I'm saying? Somebody shut that dog up, man. You want to talk about trying to please the man. Dogs are the ultimate sellout, you know what I'm saying? If you will. And I like to drink it by hand because it's more biblical. Like, it's a biblical paw scoop, you know what I'm saying? Get this dirty book.
Douglas, man, just let me get 5 minutes of sleep, man. Douglas, stop. Just kiss out.
Oh, I knew that
you
was
got
coming.
the snacks? Because I got the balls, you know what I'm saying? Quick balls, you know what I'm saying?
Nice. So, Steven, I picked up some footage of Matthew dancing. And,
Really?
I wanted, it was kind of at a hoedown kind of deal.
Oh, I got
so,
you.
That's
that who that was?
Yeah, that's who it was.
my
And when I see Matthew, I think he had to be the coolest kid in school.
Of course.
He had to be the pretty girl at the dance, like the prettiest girl at the dance.
I had to be the pretty girl at the dance.
The prettiest girl at the dance.
Yeah. That's fair.
So there's Matthew right
How did
there.
you get this?
I know. Who needs a partner when you can dance like that?
Listen,
I mean,
That's impressive.
The hat thing's all in the wrist, guys.
right.
It's all in the wrist.
I'm just jealous.
You should be.
That's all I got to
It's
say.
okay.
about it.
Now, he won't come out and tell you this, but he taught Connor to dance the same way. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to be humble. Yeah. I'm working on a book on humility right now.
That's great.
Favorite Bible verse. I'm the humblest man that ever lived.
Yep.
Moses. Written by Moses.
Moses.
I love the Bible.
A good time.
That's so good. Anyway, you
ever seen the BFG before?
Big Friendly John?
Yes, that movie. Has anybody ever seen it?
Started to,
No, I
didn't
haven't.
finish.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
Well, there's this stuff in there. This giant, the friendly giant, likes to drink. What is that? Oh, that's his fingers tapping on the desk. I was wondering what that was.
That was me.
Cool. All right. So anyway, he's got this stuff in there he drinks called frog scottle.
Right.
And if you look at the frog scottle, the bubbles go down instead of going up.
Okay.
And that's for a very important reason because you don't want to burp. Instead, everything comes out the other end.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Kind
Better-
of like for this
better out than
gorilla right here. He's going to have a little sip of this frog scottle. And then...
Oh! It's a bad day.
Oh,
It's a
man.
bad day for that poor gorilla.
Fart jokes are always funny.
Oh,
you know.
they're great.
Good day to have
Poor
a glass
gorilla.
in between you, though.
Yeah.
On the other end of that.
Oh, that happens like at Walmart all the time. People crop dusting as they pass by. That's terrible.
I think my favorite day at Walmart ever, after one of the Despicable Me.
Favorite day at
Oh yeah,
Walmart.
no, it was after one of the Despicable Me movies
Yeah.
came out, and they had a little toy
Yes.
fart gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you could hold it down, and it would put it on a delay, and so 20 seconds later it would go off. And so I would hold the button down, put it in the cart, and just kind of push the cart behind somebody and walk away. That's
amazing.
And it was a good 2 hours of fun in Walmart.
Oh, you just gained so much respect from me.
It was awesome.
It's funny. Over the weekend, we were over at my well, soon to be, I guess, stepdad's house. My mom is engaged, and so we went over and we were spending some time with them, and we're at his house, and we're sitting down, just having a conversation, and all of a sudden I hear this biggest fart be let out. I'm like, I know it wasn't me. No, you see what happened was he's a trickster, man. He has a little fart machine. He had a remote control in his hand.
I like this guy.
So as we were sitting there talking, he just hits that button, and all of a sudden, the biggest fart. It's like no smell, of course, just the sound. But it was pretty funny. Yeah, it never gets old. What fart jokes, all that stuff.
My son right now is 3 years old, and he's just discovered potty humor. So everything is pooty or tootie.
Yeah.
On the end of every sentence.
Yeah.
It never fails. Be like, "What are you doing, Daddy Tootie?" I'm like, "What does that even mean?" And he'll just
That's very
and just
hurtful.
run away. You're a tootie head, Daddy.
Wow. Well, kids really love to play with balloons, don't they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, lots of times, you gotta. It's the don't let it hit the floor, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of fun with that. But did you know there's an actual sport built around that?
That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
sure enough is.
This is Balloon World Cup.
I love that they're wearing helmets.
Are we serious?
Serious.
I want to see that.
this is actually coming to sports camp this summer.
Please tell me
Wait, Ashley?
those helmets are going to be needed.
Maybe.
This is a real deal?
What's he gonna do?
I saved it!
Who can't though?
Listen to the announcer, though.
They sound like soccer announcers during the goal. Go! Okay, I got a new bucket list item.
I love that there's a random Volkswagen there.
It's a fantastic ad placement.
Listen to them go!
You gotta know where it is.
Oh!
Get on the car.
Oh!
And for 5 minutes, he
So,
screamed,
my new bucket list item is I want to be one of those announcers during the balloon game.
Well, I think you're training for that now.
I mean, he's pretty excited. I like that. Steven, how long we got?
We got about 8 seconds. So
8
ready?
seconds. Here we go.
Clutch.
The clutch moment.
So we're super excited. Usually we do a devotion, everything, but we have a student with us from Guntersville High School who had kind of a dream, him and some of the students at Guntersville High School, to do something big. Kind of in other places for FCA, they call it Fields of Fate, but they want to be different because we live on the lake.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And so Hunter, the man Taylor, I told him this, man. I said, I just want to have your muscles, man. I want to be a beast
I would
like
be in high
you.
school again.
Right? Look at that dude. Anyway, but Hunter, tell us about Worship on the Water. Where did you get the idea? Tell us about where you got the heart from it, why it's important to you.
So it all started, Miss Felicia, she's kind of over our head of FCA at our school.
Yeah.
She came to me when we got back from winter break about our schedule for the second semester and everything. And last semester I was a bit just busy with football and just baseball, just didn't prepare for baseball. And so just didn't really have enough, I guess, time and didn't put enough thought into like a Fields of Faith. I want to do a Fields of Faith, but so I mentioned that to her, and I was like, well, let's just do something different though. Let's go to like the harbor. She mentioned the harbor, so we started kind of dreaming up this idea called Worship on the Water. And earlier that summer, I went to like a youth event called You're Worth It, and Algernon Tennyson and Russia Fools was there, and it was just an awesome experience. It was super powerful. So I brought up those two names to her, and she got in contact with them, and then it just so happens that the one day that Algernon had open for that week was Wednesday, March 15th.
Wow.
And so we got him signed up and everything, and then we got in touch with Russia Fools, and then same thing. They were open for March 15th, and that's how this all kind of came about. So
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's special. It was a grind too, getting everything, all the money and stuff. But this morning, we got our money.
Come on.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Come on.
I was in Miss Brown's class. I just finished a test, and Sam's in that same class, and me and him were like, it's just a few others and I who are kind of like running this thing.
Yeah.
And so I get this text after my test. I looked at it. I'm just like, yes. And Sam's like, what? And I showed him. He was like, oh my gosh. So that it's a blessing.
So
it really is.
So okay, with Worship on the Water. So this is just from an outsider looking in. For you, let's say that you've got other students who are in Guntersville, students that are in surrounding areas, whatever that may be. Maybe Worship on the Water doesn't sound like anything they would normally be a part of. Why should they be there?
So this will just be like, I might as well just tell the story while I have it open. So, because this was our very first donation, because it was just still an idea at the time. It wasn't like set in stone or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is why we believe that people will come. So this lady was a donor, and Mom was at work, and she was talking about Worship on the Water, about this idea we had to one of her patients or workers, I'm not sure. But she said that we had a donor who overheard a conversation where we were just letting some people know about Worship on the Water so that they could come to it. We would call her Annie because she wanted to keep her name anonymous.
Yeah.
So she's a grandmother on a fixed income who has a grandson who's a teenager. Annie reached out the next day and said all she can think about the rest of the day and all night was the event and her grandson. She didn't just want her grandson to come. She wanted everyone to come. So she made sure to donate $1,000 of her own money.
Wow.
And she had asked to remain anonymous. This is a very large donation for her. And when we asked her about it, she said if one single life is touched, it'll be worth 100 times that. And she walked away smiling.
Love it.
But
That's
the
good.
best part is that her Sunday sermon within her Sunday class was that about giving without knowing.
Yep.
And then her devotional that morning was listen to the little voices.
Yeah.
So she was listening to those little voices inside her head that kept her up all night and throughout the night and stuff like that. And she gave without knowing, and that's what really sparked this.
That's cool.
And then, we just believe.
That's awesome. You know, I think about how much of an impact that you guys have that like me and Seth don't have.
Amen.
So if you don't know this, like Seth and I are obviously both youth pastors in the area, and we're called to encourage and to equip, right? To equip the saints for the work of the ministry. That's our job. But really, it's kind of this idea of, this is what I use with my students all the time, is the difference between a used car salesman and a satisfied customer. Mm-hmm. So like me and Seth are like the used car salesman. You kind of expect us to say, hey, go to Worship on the Water.
Right.
But not a kid.
Exactly.
No.
So when they start hearing it from you, they're like,
Big
there
deal.
must be something to this. So I think it's awesome, especially you taking the initiative to do what you're doing. Keep grinding, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I shared that this morning with our congregation at church in our early service and late service.
Yeah.
And then today's Tuesday. 2 days later, we were $7,500 back from our goal.
Yeah.
2 days go by, we're at our goal.
See, that's
Man,
awesome.
amazing.
That's how it works.
And
The Lord's faithful.
I've always learned this, that when God gives you a dream,
That's right.
because me and Matt, both of us, we've done big events before.
we have, yeah.
And when God gives you that dream, it's amazing how He makes the parts and pieces start to come together, even if it's financial.
That's right.
Just
I heard someone
crazy.
Someone told me one time, if it's God's will, He'll foot the bill.
And He will.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
will, and He does.
Yeah.
And it's, I guess, when you're one leading this group thing, it's amazing to sit back and be like, oh my gosh, you did that. Like, you pulled that. There's no way I could have done that. There's no way I could have been in that room. You know, like.
I was stressing too. I was like, oh my gosh, we're only like 20 days away and we're $7,000 back.
Yeah.
And then got that text this morning and just everything just fell into place. Our Chick-fil-A, it's going to happen. We're getting 200 boxes of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a first term, first serve. So if you get there, you get your Chick-fil-A box and everything, and it's just going to be a fun night. So.
Well, anybody who's listening, anybody who will listen, I would say this. Maybe you're a teenager, maybe you are a young person, and you are constantly doubting yourself. You're constantly in this space where you're like, I'm not old enough. I don't have the experience to do whatever. I have something on my heart, but I don't think I can pull it off.
Yeah.
Listen to this story, see this testimony, and just know that if you will just line your will with the Lord's, He will use you in the same way He used Timothy in the New Testament.
Yeah. It's amazing. He'll put the pieces of the puzzle together. But Hunter, tell them, if anybody's listening, tell them about the date, the time, the event, what they need to know.
So the date's March 15th. It's going to start at 6, but you want to get there early because, like I said, we have Chick-fil-A, and it's a first come, first serve. So the doors will open at 5. Event starts at 6. I mean, we got Rusherfuls, whose strength to stand cause to lead their events. And then we got Algernon Tennyson speaking, who's just a powerful speaker. And if you've heard him speak, he's a character. He's got a giant personality, and he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be a fun night.
If you're not familiar with City Harbor, what part of the harbor is it going to be in?
Okay, so City Harbor, there's an event center up top. That's where it's going to be.
Okay.
And we'll have signs and we'll have tables set up outside for the food that'll show you where to go.
Sweet.
So, and that room, it fits 325 with tables and chairs, but we're ditching the tables. It's just going to be chairs only, so we're able to fit probably 500.
Sweet.
So,
Wow. Sweet.
If you can come on.
Standing room only. Come on, guys, fill it up.
And it's free, right?
And it's free, completely free, no admission.
Come on.
It's going to be a fun night. So.
Love it. Hunter the Man Taylor in the house with the National Weather Service man, Carter Duncan.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You keep speaking that. I'm thinking that
career change.
We're going to look 2 years down the road. I'll be on Weather Channel.
Hunter, thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Y'all are fantastic. That's okay.
That really is cool.
Good time.
You made the day better.
Make
I'm
it happen.
proud of you. Proud of you. That's awesome.
I got that text this morning. I was just in that class. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was freaking out. Trying not to cry.
Well, and you wish.
Cry, man. Cry. Let it soak in.
You probably wish everybody who's going to be a part of it could have felt what you felt. Like how cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I started sweating. It was a rush of emotions, for sure.
Hey, that happens before every one of those events. But he never doesn't come through. So.
That's true. That's true.
Cry.
Yeah, come on.
I think me and Sam signed it when we were in here last time, but
It's okay.
is it a new year, new door or something?
Yep. You too. You had signed the door. You
Come on,
still.
weather man.
I got a second. I'm popping out here.
It hit you. Let's see. What time is it? When you come back, bring her with you. Bring them with you. Yeah, they should be here.
Thank you.
You're phenomenal, man. Seriously proud of you.
This is Balloon World Cup.
La alemana la desesperó que puede ser campeona del mundo. Esto es tremendo. Con Francesco de la Cruz, el héroe nacional.
I can't believe that's a sport. I know, right? I mean, they will make a sport out of anything.
Of course.
Like,
and they put everything in the way, but they give them helmets.
That's hilarious.
So you know.
I mean, those announcers, though, do they not sound like...
Oh, they do. Like it's a soccer game. Yeah.
Jadyn!
What's up?
I had to get you in here sooner. I felt bad. Go ahead and put those on. Get this as close to you as you can. What's up, man?
What's going on?
You are a beast of a human being.
Thank you, sir.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Yeah, you are. I'm 6 foot. I don't usually see people bigger than me. You're bigger than me. So this,
I'm bigger than most people.
Yeah. Everybody's like, "What's the atmosphere up there?" I'm like, "Shut your mouth. Leave me alone." I don't like it when they do that.
Me either. But
He's quick too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're fast.
I like to think I'm pretty fast for a big guy.
Yeah. What do you know what your 40 is?
4'9".
4'9".
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
That was last summer, so I'm hoping it's sped up a little bit since then.
Yeah. So you're a junior.
Yes, sir.
Man, that is phenomenal. Working out with friends. You can do a cartwheel?
Absolutely.
Royce can do a cartwheel.
Have an amazing cartwheel.
Steven, how are we going to show people Royce doing a cartwheel? Look at this
I don't think
man.
we can.
Look how big this man is.
I don't have enough room.
Well, we'll make room.
I think it's okay.
Steven, you know we're going to have to make that happen. crawfish.
He's a large human. When I saw him a second ago, I just kind of went.
He's 6'5". He's bigger than me, Matt. This is Matthew Kobe.
What's up?
And
Nice to meet you.
And I know you've met the legend Jadyn.
Jadyn Bonds.
The Jadyn Bonds. You deserve that.
I try.
I mean, how's it feel to be like Guntersville celebrity? Like, what's it feel like to be a state champion?
The first time it was crazy, and then got to school, got to see everybody. Nothing really special, honestly.
It's funny. She drops that the first time.
The first state championship, no biggie. No biggie. Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
I know I've dropped a few videos. So sometimes have you ever gotten a pop quiz at school or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Did you see what I'm talking about right here? So there was this professor, and he had a special way of showing his students. We're gonna laugh before I
When this teacher has a pop quiz, he decides to hide in his classroom and then scare his students with it as they walk in.
I think it's awesome. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I would definitely be scared.
I heard a story one time about a teacher that came in very first day of class and said, "I'll never walk through that door and give you a pop quiz." So the very next day, she crawled through the back window and gave him a pop quiz.
That's fun. That is fantastic.
A lot of dedication.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. That reminds me of have y'all ever seen the movie Here Comes the Boom?
No, I haven't.
No. Oh, y'all need to watch that with Kevin. You know what I'm talking about, Steven?
Yeah, the guy from
Mall Cop.
Yes, Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, Paul. So
Kevin Smith. Is it Smith?
He sneaks through the window, and the principal walks in. The professor does. Well, he's 2 stories up. He's like crawling in. It's funny.
Got me trying to remember his name.
What is his name?
King of Queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all
Kevin
know
James.
Kevin James. Yes. That is hilarious. But yeah, I saw that pop quiz, and then I found. Listen, I sometimes we go through a cultural thing where we want to lose weight and stuff like that, and I found a really good diet, and I wanted to show you guys and see.
Looks like he has questions about it first.
I would too.
What is
it? God's faithful.
I love that it was a giant bird.
Yeah, just
come
came
down
out of
on
nowhere.
Wings of eagles.
I think it's brilliant, that. And then you showed a gorilla video a minute ago, Steven. I found another one I thought was absolutely hilarious, and so. That's what I do. I
just throw the bike.
Yeah.
That was me learning how to ride a bike.
Right, like
absolutely.
That's it. I'm done with you.
He said, "Where did you get that footage?"
And then stop recording me. Then there's Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed.
I think he missed his calling. He should have been a crossing guard.
Yes, because it works like this. I mean, I don't know why anybody didn't think of this before. What do you think, Matt?
I can't help but think there was a show. There was a show when they had a horse talking, and they talked about how they would put peanut butter in his gums to get him to flap them.
Oh.
That was the way it made it look like he was talking.
I learned so much in that 5 seconds that you just answered me.
Mm-hmm.
That's brilliant.
I got you.
Now, Steven, I'm out of video.
Okay.
So,
well, if you're gonna
back to your fun stuff.
If you're gonna go on a diet, you might as well go for the workout too. But every now and then, you just come across something you're just not willing to do. It's like, nope, that's just too much. It's just too much.
Immediately no. Immediately no. Immediately.
Oh no, let's go.
That looks fun.
Right now,
I don't trust the band.
She ain't having
She's wearing a shirt that says "Go home early."
I would trust the bands.
They'd have to have a few more for you.
Definitely a few more. I don't know about all that.
You know that would be fun.
Until I dropped and hit the floor.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fair point.
Go down and don't come back up.
That's right. But you saw that woman in the back. She's like, If I go down, I ain't never getting up again.
This was not on the pamphlet.
No, somebody lied to me. I thought this was going to be fun.
It looked fun.
It did.
She said no.
I would do it.
She at that point she starts taking the belt off. She's like, just walks away.
So Steven, you got any rock star?
I do have some rock star, but I was going to ask Jadyn a question because
This is good.
I'm not going to harp on it. I'm just going to ask the question.
You
do
should be nervous.
have a boyfriend?
I do not.
Do not have a boyfriend. Okay.
No.
All right. So, So then let's see. Royce, do you have a girlfriend?
I do.
Oh, all right. So, do you ever offer her food?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Now, do you ever specifically ask her if she wants some French fries, or say you're gonna go, you're getting something to eat from the fast food place? You're like, hey, you want me to pick you up anything?
Yeah.
Does she ever let you?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Every now and then.
He's getting scared.
He's
like,
like,
where's this going?
This is a universal truth. Does she ever want some of your food?
Yes, all the time.
Okay. All right. That's where we're gonna leave it right there. And came across this little clip, and I thought it was so relatable.
The struggle's real.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bake some French fries.
Okay.
To go with the sandwiches that I'm making.
Okay.
Do you want me to make you your own portion
Amen.
of fries?
I feel hard right now.
Yep.
So you fully accept and acknowledge that there will only be enough French fries made for this party right here.
I don't know. I'll probably take on 1 or 2.
You understand that you have forfeited all rights to any French fries that are prepared.
Right?
Yes.
I might want like 1 or 2.
So should you so desire to have a portion of fries for yourself, I need to be made aware of that at this current time.
I might want like 1 or 2 of them.
I want an exact number of fries.
I feel so heard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jadyn, you want to expound on that? What is the deal?
No, I definitely do that. I have my own batch, and then I take some from others.
No, see, when I order food, it's for me.
Yes.
Like, I have no problem spending the
That-
extra money to get you some fries.
Right.
But these fries are
Ask
for me.
for it.
These are for me.
Ask for it.
Exactly.
I've been married 15 years.
Yeah.
And we have this struggle.
He said,
I
so it
will
never
buy
ends.
you whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Just ask.
Just ask.
he said, you
Don't
don't
take
win.
mine.
You don't win
Don't
a
take
state championship and get
mine.
this big by giving people your
I'm
fries.
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
buy-
The fries are mine.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna buy for me what I need to buy for you.
Well, that kind of worries me.
That you don't steal from me.
You said you've been married for 15
years.
So it never goes away.
No.
No,
always.
I'm 10.
And Bates, she's not speaking on it.
Because she's guilty.
This
She
is
knows.
a universal female thing.
Absolutely.
I can speak to it. I'm at 11. It's true. It's true.
This happens.
Yeah.
Marriage doesn't stop it.
I think it makes it worse.
I felt
Because
so.
they're like, oh, we came out of my bank account too.
That's right. We share everything.
Except fries.
Just tell me what you want. What do you want?
Absolutely.
What do you
Absolutely.
want? She's saying yeah. She's not.
She's
not.
She's not denying it at all.
Guilty.
You see, Steven, I want you to archive this video, and when Jadyn gets married,
We're gonna show this at her
we're
wedding.
gonna show this at the wedding and say, "Remember what you said."
We're gonna have the preacher actually stop right
Yes.
before they say "I do"
Yeah.
and show this clip.
Okay, now, do you? You need to put "be honest" in there, like honesty. That's one of the vow lines. It's got to be.
Absolutely.
Show them the video
Because that's a lie.
now. Okay, are you going to be honest? That's right. See, it's all.
It's like it's
falling
not
apart.
cute. You're lying to me.
Yeah. Because cute goes away after you're married 15 years.
It does.
Yeah. I don't got any tricks left. I don't got any.
At this point, you're running purely off that commitment.
Yes. Love. That's right. What? All we need is love.
Oh, it's so true.
It's a whole sermon.
It's so true.
Okay, Stephen, we're off that. So
I got you. Well, there's one thing to be punched. I mean, somebody really wants to get at you. You can be punched, but it's something else entirely to be slapped.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's just more disrespectful.
It is.
You know, it's like You're going to come up to me and just slap me.
I feel that.
And then you can take it another step. You can hit somebody with phone books aren't really much of a thing anymore.
No.
You know, a magazine or a folder or something like that. You can smack them with that. Or you can smack them with something wet, which makes it 10 times worse. Right?
Yes.
Like a fish. You ever smack somebody with a fish before?
I have never done that.
Nope.
That'd be
I
pretty
know you're
disrespectful.
disappointed right now, but
you know,
never.
Have you ever been rabbit slapped?
What?
Have I ever been what?
Rabbit slapped.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm about to rabbit slap you multiple times. Put him down. Put him down. Yeah, this ain't no massage, lady. I'm leaving.
Let me go.
I'm back. I see you running. Did you eat something there too?
This is what it's like when my wife gets mad at me.
Let's go.
Knock your kneecaps off.
I've never seen that in my life. That just took away any
was
thought
personal.
that I thought
Yeah, absolutely.
that bunnies were nice and kind. They are not. They are
no.
super slappers, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Used to be a boxer.
It's gonna knock your kneecap off.
It's like Floyd Mayweather.
I think it was part kangaroo there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. What do you think, Royce?
I think we need to get it to the nearest boxing club. Like super lightweight champion right here.
See, that's what happens. Like when
I
people,
like
like somebody
Royce.
like me gets mad at you, I just like start because it's not gonna bother you at all. I've got
Right in the kneecap.
yeah, I've got to take your knees
Kneecap.
out.
Yeah.
My 100 hits hits his 1.
Yes.
I'm gonna like just take out his knees.
Because I'm just gonna be honest. If Royce hits me or you, Matt, it's game over.
I mean, for me, I don't know about. I mean,
I'm gonna hold up maybe a punch more than you, but I'm still going.
see, but you're still there. I've run away by that point. That's
You're a smart guy, though. You know.
I'm past that point. I ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah. I'm in that point too in my life. Like I got nothing to prove to nobody.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Hopefully, I won't have to punch anybody. You know, I'm really a big teddy bear at heart.
He is.
you are an offensive lineman, aren't you?
I am. Yes, sir.
You would be a waste of a human if you weren't.
So tackle, guard.
I play tackle, but in the college level, I'll probably play guard.
Okay, where are you going to school?
I don't know yet. I've got two scholarship offers, but I still got a year left. So
Okay, cool.
no decisions yet.
I like it.
Jaden's going JSU.
That's right. Go Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Fear the beak.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fear the beak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear the beak.
He's a
Y'all-
parson. He doesn't understand.
I do. I am a Sneed State parson.
Yeah. I'm a Gamecock, too.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, least intimidating mascots you've ever faced. Least intimidating
That they've ever faced or they've ever heard of.
you've ever heard of. Let's go heard of.
I don't know. I feel like most mascots really, when you think about what they are, they're not very intimidating.
Oh.
Like the Eagles. Like an eagle's not really scary.
Well,
Like,
not when you're that big. An eagle's the same size as me.
Well, like
Yeah.
I love the NFL team, but I mean, a Patriot's not scary.
Mel Gibson was
Have we
pretty
ever watched
scary.
Mel Gibson's Patriot?
He pulls that tomahawk
It's
out.
just a person, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not
I don't know.
afraid of anything.
He's not. Well, I mean,
He's still
you're
invincible.
6'5" and
17.
look like a professional wrestler on WCW. Of course you're not afraid.
I wish.
How about
I
the
think
Savannah Bananas?
Oh, no.
Oh, now that'll put fear in anybody.
How about the Fighting Ochres?
The fighting ogres.
Fighting Ochres?
It's a thing.
Where are they?
Steven?
I always think about the Stanford Cardinal. You know, that's just a tree.
Right? The tree? Who thought, hey, this big red tree
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to beat somebody up? No, you're going to stand there.
You know, I used to
And
play
look
the NCAA video games.
Yeah.
Right?
And you could play as the tree.
Yeah.
And the tree was
No.
amazing. There was a mascot mode, and you could play with any mascot.
Mhm.
And the tree would just run people over. Man, it was huge.
I mean, it was a tree.
Exactly.
It's true.
The Fighting Ochres from Delta
State
University.
Delta State.
Yeah, in Cleveland, Mississippi.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in your sports, because I know, let's see, Jadyn, you do volleyball as well, and then for you, Royce, you do football. So I imagine that timeouts are kind of a big deal, right?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
They can kind of help, especially, I mean, when you yell timeout, you think maybe the ref's going to hear you and stop everything, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, it doesn't quite work that way in baseball. You ever seen timeouts in baseball?
I I didn't know there were timeouts.
Yeah.
You get stops after every inning.
Right. Well, sometimes, they got to change out the pitcher.
That's right.
Sometimes they've got to make a few changes. So when it comes down to timeouts, it can really be a little daunting. If you're up at the plate, you're getting ready to hit, and all of a sudden you need a timeout, and you call it. Do you think the ref's going to do anything about it? Well, here, take a look and see what happened.
Part of it, we work on breathing, we work on all those different things with our middle coaches, and do the best we can. But he's going to
completely ignored.
Step out of the box, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That was definitely personal, though.
Lots of times, offensive timeouts are not very well respected by
That
the umps.
dude was very aggressive, as he should be.
Yeah, the ref was not having any of it.
No.
He was ready to go home that day. He was not messing around.
Blue said, "Don't talk to me like that."
Yeah.
I enjoyed the way he walked away from that, though.
Well, he got walked, I think, is what it looked
Yeah,
like.
it looked like he got walked, but he definitely looked back at the ref and was like, "Yeah, I'm still going to first." So,
Yeah.
30 seconds, guys?
Yep.
Cool. Still got a little time we can talk.
So we just kind of sit. It was funny. We all just kind of sat here.
Just got real quiet.
That awkward silence.
Right?
That's what happens when I preach most of the time.
Oh. I don't believe that, Matt. You're a very engaging person.
You're very kind. You're very kind and sweet.
The Varsity Athlete Interview.
So excited to have Jadyn Bonds and Royce Baucom, who could be a comedian, in the studio with us. We have had a very exciting, fun time already. It's
Absolutely.
already been really good, and y'all have made me laugh already. And I'm not going to say anything to my boy Royce to make him mad. As we know, very few times people come in here bigger than me. And he is that.
He is.
So he is very
I'm sure
large.
that's the first time he's ever heard that, too.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. But anyway, okay, so Jadyn Bonds, she is a two-time state champion.
She made sure to remind us of that earlier.
Two-time. She said her sophomore year she won a state championship, and then her senior year she won a state championship. Junior year. So, small things.
Yes.
So, back-to-back?
Kinda, yes.
You said one was indoor, one was outdoor.
Yes.
So indoor sophomore year?
Yes.
So then you had outdoor, and then
Junior year.
Yeah. And you were outdoor junior. Okay. That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And y'all are just starting the season, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our first outdoor meet is Friday.
Wow.
Where's it at?
Scottsboro.
Okay. I love y'all both had to look at each other. Like,
Yeah.
We forgot.
I just get on the bus.
Yeah. Wherever this leads me, I'm
Absolutely.
going.
Yeah.
So, wherever we go. So, Jadyn, you're a senior. Royce, you're a junior. Jadyn, this is your last time in high school.
It is.
With Guntersville. My boy Royce, he's going into his senior year next year. This is his junior year.
There.
And so, Jadyn, tell me what made you realize that you could jump freakishly high? Really?
My 7th grade year, I just went out there and started jumping. He was like, okay, she may need to be in this. I started off as a distance runner. Not my thing.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Not
Well,
my thing.
most of us.
Not me.
Most of us.
I had to run the mile, and I was like,
You
oh,
look
I
like a
can't do
distance.
this.
Royce looks like a distance
Royce was a
runner.
2-miler,
I,
3,200.
Cross country.
Every once in a while, about once a season, I decide to work out with one of the other groups just to kind of show people I can. So, like last year, I ran with the distance for a day, and I've been with the sprinters. I've got a mean high jump, too. I mean, I can do it all.
Look at him, this guy.
Will somebody please send me a video of him high jumping?
I have one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know,
She does have
pretty
one.
good.
Airdrop.
airdrop that to Steven or something. I want to see it. Anyway, Royce, huge. Anyway, you are phenomenal. So, Royce, how long have you been doing track?
I tried it out 7th grade year. Didn't really take it seriously. I came back to it 9th grade year, and then I've been working at it seriously ever since.
And Jadyn, you've been going since junior high?
Yes.
What made you even want to try out, though? Like, what?
Well, when I was younger, I'd see the meets at home and
Yeah.
all the tents. I was like, that just looks really cool. I want to try it. First year out, I did not want to run anymore. I was tired of it already. Then got back out there and fell in love with it. So.
You kind of get past the the running part when you enjoy the social part of the meets, right?
Yeah.
That's how it was for me.
The environment's great.
What's your favorite thing about track, Royce?
I like the competition. You know, on the field for offensive linemen, you know, we all kind of work as a unit.
Yeah.
And so we're either glorified as a unit or we did bad as a unit.
Yeah.
And so track is individualized.
For
So
sure.
It's a way for me to kind of, show out what I can do instead of just what my line can do.
I like that.
So in track, obviously you can qualify in 4 events, and obviously y'all have your specialized events that you won state in. What's your other 3? If you do 3 others.
I do shot put, discus, and javelin.
Okay.
I've last year I qualified in shot put and disc. I'm hoping to. I didn't even practice javelin last year, but I'm going for it this year.
Okay.
Might try to qualify for the 100 or something.
That's it.
Maybe
4x1.
I like it.
You're the guy. You're the anchor leg on the 4x1.
Absolutely.
I love it. What about?
I like to smile while you're saying that.
That's a little funny, but then he's also a little serious. So tell me. You told me off air, but what are your main events that you do?
High jump, long jump, triple jump, and I'm throwing javelin on Friday, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are both throwing javelin.
Yes.
Yeah.
He needs to give me a few tips. I'm new to it, but
she'll get there.
Tip number 1: get out of the way.
yeah. Definitely.
Also, information for future boyfriend/husband of Jadyn Bonds.
She's an Amazon.
She is gonna throw a spear. Get out of the way, okay? This could go really bad for you. Just saying, you better share the fries. Okay. It goes back to another thing. So, when I say these names, I want you to tell me who these people are and what they mean to you. Brittany Case.
She's my volleyball coach. She means a lot. She's helped me through. I can talk to her about anything, like out of sports. She's always been there for me. I always trust her.
Awesome. Royce, there's so many I could pull from your football career. Lance Reese. Coach
Reese is, he's always very, I say business minded, but he's always focused on the task at hand. And he always is going to steer you in the right direction. And he's always, he never holds back. And some coaches could think that's a bad thing, but I appreciate it. He's never going to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
He's always real, and he always wants what's best for his players.
Now this is for both of you, and I've known him for a little while. Chris Bashaw, Guntersville legend. Wait, tell us about Chris Bashaw.
He's a great guy. He has definitely helped me through so many things. He wants what's best for all of his athletes. He's kind of like, he's the head coach, only coach that's been there for a while. So he helps everybody out a ton.
I think he's an amazing guy. He's always there offering advice, whether it's inside or outside of track. And he's one of the guys you can tell really cares about you. You can just sit and talk to him after practice for forever.
Yeah. Wow.
So I transitioned from baseball to track when I was in high school, when I was probably in 9th grade or 10th grade. And for me, there was a lot of things about that 3-year period that really taught me a lot. Obviously, organized sports, we talked about it. There's a lot of great things to learn from that, whether it be teamwork, camaraderie, unity, all those things. But with track being a more individualized sport, and it's a completely different ball game than other things. What do you think that you have learned the most from your time, either running, jumping, or throwing in track and field?
I've definitely learned how to accept criticism.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing. Accept failure, because, if I fail, it's not only hurting me, it's hurting my team.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a hard one for me, and my emotions, how to deal with them under the pressure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your emotions, because no matter what the sport is, right before you compete, I think everybody comes in that moment where you're dealing with the butterflies in your stomach. How do you deal with that? What's your pregame ritual? I know I want for you. Give me your pregame ritual for football and track, and then I want volleyball and track. Tell me how we get ready for that. How do we get past those emotions?
Usually I've got my headphones in. I'm trying to get as hyped up as possible, because usually that'll help me kind of ignore the butterflies. And then I'm nervous during the first play.
Yeah.
You know, after the first play, once I get that contact on the field, like once I get that first hit, it just goes away. Because, you know, after that, you know, I can't hear the crowd anymore. It's like I'm zoned in on my job.
That's cool.
Good. All right.
So for volleyball, like Roy said, I have my headphones in, get locked in. During warm-ups is usually when the butterflies start to go away, if I'm ready or not. Track is a little harder. I have a lot more butterflies, but after I clear the first bar, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
What gives you those butterflies? What is it that you that gets that emotion going during that?
Just knowing what I can do and not knowing that day if I'm gonna perform my best.
Be able to.
Yeah.
I remember we were at a sectional meet. I think it was at Madison County, and it was a two-day meet. We were going to qualify for state, and I remember I had 3 events on one day, and I had 1 event on the other day. And there's just this crazy amount of space in between my events and stuff like that. So do you guys find that sort of, obviously there's a social element to it, but do you find football or volleyball, it's easy to stay locked in because your game is going constantly from beginning to end. When it comes to track, how do you maintain that focus, or can you maintain that focus?
I'll be honest, I usually just take a nap in between my
events. I did too.
Solid.
I'll bring a blanket or a beanbag to almost every meet.
Yep.
You can find me in the bleachers somewhere.
At that same meet, the Madison County one, I made the mistake of falling asleep in between the bleachers and like the foot part. Ooh. And it was a really sunny day that day. I slept for like 2 hours, and I'll just let you figure out what happened.
I can imagine.
I left, and I had my top on too. So like when I took it, it was just white and then just glowing. It was awful, and I still had more events to do.
Yep, that's the worst. If you've ever tried to throw a shot put with a sunburn, you know, just picking your arm up to here.
Oh, I bet it's awful.
In your shoulder, it's terrible.
Fortunately, I was a hurdler, so it didn't matter that much. But it was rough.
At least you looked like the Flash.
I did.
Man. So, Jadyn, I see this. You just had a rough energy. Talking about the end of your set, pretty rough coming out of an injury in indoor. Explain that. What happened there?
So I had a back injury. I had a fracture in my lumbar, I think.
Ow.
I did everything I could, like in the off season, like getting in the gym, lifting weights, like trying to stay in shape.
Yeah.
But we're back now, and I got back to state for indoor. Not my best meet at all. So hopefully outdoor will change.
Yeah.
Well, but when you're like first or second meet is state, you're going up against people that have been doing that for months now. I mean, you can't expect to perform your best. So.
Like that.
We did a coaches relay last year. I don't know if were you guys at that meet in ARAB when we did that? You might not have been.
I don't.
So we did a meet at ARAB last year. I volunteered as a sprinting coach last year with ARAB, and we did a coaches 4x1. And it's the first time I've run 100 meters
since high school.
In a while. We'll just say in a while. And I was limping like
you
for
weren't
the next 3 days.
gassed, were you?
It wasn't that I was gassed. I pulled my calf. It was awful. It was terrible. When you
look
don't
like you're in shape, Matt.
Being in shape versus
round is a shape, man.
Versus
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
There's a difference between being in shape and being in 100 meter shape.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Yeah.
I found that out the hard way my sophomore year.
Yeah.
The whole year, you know, I've been telling coach like, "Hey, put me in 100. Hey, put me in 100," as a joke because I had beat some of our sprinters in practice.
Yeah.
I was not serious at all. And
then
a
joke.
I came in, you know, the next day and he was announcing who was in what for the meets, and I wasn't really paying attention because I knew, you know, this shot put jab.
Yeah.
The 3 throws. And then he got to the 100 and he said my name and I was just like, "Are you for real?" and then I did it.
You was joking.
I got second place, so.
Hey!
See, but it's not that first 70 that's hard. It's that last 30 that's hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was dead. I was laying down afterwards. I was like, it did not look that long when I'm watching other people run.
It's like those movies
This
whenever
was
you see
deceiving.
something when something is right in front of them, but they start freaking out, and all of a sudden their mind just makes it. Whoosh.
That's what happens. Yeah.
All of a sudden you hear na 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 na.
It was fun.
Chariots of Fire. You ever,
I know exactly
it's
what you're
a
talking
running movie. It's about a runner. Anyway, So
they're too young for that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break. We're going over to @Varsity Radio Show on Facebook, Instagram, and I can't remember all that, YouTube, so many places. Come join us. You can see the Jadyn Bonds, as Royce says, and Royce up in the place. He is phenomenal.
From that. My ears
From
are too
those-
big to keep them in there all the time.
They make it. No, these do make it get your ears hot and everything.
Absolutely, they do.
But yeah. But anyway, so we're about to come into the funny stuff. We're gonna go into Steven, in all seriousness, can we see him do a cartwheel down the hall or something?
Probably not. Why don't
Okay.
we save it for
TikTok?
Yeah.
Deal. We got to see Roy's 6'5" cartwheeling. Can Jadyn do a cartwheel?
I can. I taught him how to do a handstand.
Hey, can you do a handstand?
I'll be honest, it's not for very long, but I can get up and then, a second or two in the air. That's about all I got.
Steven, we got new TikTok videos.
Sounds great. We've been needing some new ones.
Big man gymnastics.
I mean,
hey, remember earlier we were talking about trying to make me dunk? We won't need everybody else. We just need him to throw
him.
me.
Yeah.
He can just throw me.
I can really throw people to make them dunk. I have a friend.
See? Me and you could live our dreams.
I have a friend who is actually like probably under 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
And he's dunked and hung on the rim and all that good stuff.
That's amazing.
Do you like one arm it or both arms?
Usually it's just like right here, like
just hips
no, how you pick up a baby, like under the arms. I just
what's
the most amazing
name?
That's the most amazing
What's your friend
/ condescending
I
comment.
know, I pick up my friend like a baby.
He said, "I don't want to."
I can do it. I can do it on a lot of people. The heaviest person I've ever locked out, but they were well over 200 pounds. So
see, if the football thing doesn't work out for you, you've got cheerleading on lock.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
That's a real thing.
That's a sport, guys. That's a sport.
I think I could do it.
He'd be good at
I knew a bunch of cheerleaders at Jack State who were jacked.
That or pro wrestling.
They are jacked.
Yeah.
They are jacked. Also, gymnastics, male gymnastics in the Olympics. Have you ever seen those guys' arms?
Their arms.
They're insane.
And the rings
They're huge.
and stuff.
They're huge.
Like, what?
I'm jealous.
It's like arms aren't supposed to be that shape.
I'm like,
no.
Before my wife she loves gymnastics, and before I started watching it with her, like she's like, "There's male gymnasts." I'm like, "You gotta be sissies." I was wrong.
No,
I was wrong.
They're beasts.
Those are beasts of human beings.
Yes.
Those are pure athletes with arms bigger than I've ever seen a bodybuilder have. Like, crazy.
I would say that male gymnasts have some of the biggest arms in sports
I've ever seen.
Just like
huge.
If you can go to like football or basketball, baseball, like any sport. I'm taking the male gymnast
Right.
For sure.
And the things they can do with those massive arms.
It's crazy.
Jeez. Those rings.
The balance is the wild part.
Yeah. Nothing sissy about it.
No.
Beast.
Got about 25 seconds.
25 seconds. He likes crawfish. Remember that.
You a crawfish guy?
I grew up. My parents own craw mamas, so I grew up in the seafood world.
I got you. I have frequented that place over the years.
I've never eaten there.
Really?
That was so good.
Sadly.
It's been a hot minute since I've been there.
I want to.
Here we go.
That's the secret.
So we're getting into the fun part of the interview where we really get to know Jadyn Bonds. We really get to know Royce. Is it Baucom? Did I say that right? Yeah, Baucom. I've been afraid to say that name because I mess up names so bad. And so we're going to talk a little more. We're going in deep. We know they're state champions. We know they're amazing. We know they're legends. Let's talk about what they do on the weekends. What do you guys do for fun?
For fun, I hang out with my friends, go places.
What kind of places, Jay?
We'll go shopping, or we'll go out to eat, or we'll just stay in, ride around, listen to music.
She seems like you seem like you're probably like going to Bridge Street.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely
for sure.
I most of my weekends are in the gym or on the track or on the turf or something like that. Just trying to get extra work in.
So do you ever play video games?
I do. I play video games. Usually at night. You know, I'm if I don't have anything to do the next morning, I'll be up pretty late on the video games.
Yeah. What's your game?
Right now, I'll sound like a bit of a nerd saying this, but right now the new Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game.
Hey,
let's go.
I'm
Let's
playing
go.
that. So
my guy.
So anyway, and this is my favorite question to ask, and both of y'all have one. It's really funny. Embarrassing moments, things that happen that you wish didn't, that you wish you could rewind the tape and make it unhappen. Jay, let's go with you first. This is gonna be fun.
Well, this past volleyball season, we were at the beach in a tournament.
Yeah.
I thought I heard the whistle blew. I just caught the ball mid-play. Everybody looked at me, and it got so quiet in the gym. I put the ball down, put my hand over my head.
You're like, no!
Yeah. I was like, I cannot believe I just did that.
This
just is bad.
This wasn't my day.
No.
So Royce, come on.
Oh, okay. So this was a 6th grade year. So I had changed schools for a year. I went to Marshall Christian for a year, and I came back halfway through my 6th grade year, and they had the basketball goals on the side right next to the bleachers.
Yep.
And so when if you stand up on the bleachers, you're not far. So we had a volleyball they had left out from PE, and I was like, I'm gonna dunk it. So I went up and I dunked it, and I was trying to hold on to the rim, and my legs swung forward, and I let go.
Oh.
And this was
I can see this in my head.
This was in the morning when everybody's in the gym waiting for school to start. So everybody saw this, and I came crashing down, about 10 feet on my butt. So it was definitely embarrassing.
Did not feel good either.
No, it didn't. But I didn't even feel it because I was just worried about
embarrassed
playing it off. Absolutely.
Wow.
So I was looking through y'all's sheets and everything, and I saw where Maze Runner, I think, was,
yes,
and then The Conjuring.
Oh yes.
I
watch
that
it like
movie.
once a week.
Okay, so like for me, thinking about like hearing that title,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
No.
I'm gonna hear stuff. Like I'm gonna be randomly looking out my window. Like,
yes.
The Conjuring's an amazing movie.
I mean,
007.
I'm sure it's a great film, but it's terrifying.
Yeah.
So okay, outside of those two, what would you say is the film that has made the biggest impression on your life?
That's good.
Ooh, impression.
Yeah.
Weren't
ready for that one, were you?
I wasn't. The Blind Side is a really, I feel like, inspiring one for everybody.
Yeah.
Because
awesome.
you don't, it kind of shows you that you don't get an excuse as to, oh, I came from this, oh, I came from that.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I was born in this situation. It doesn't matter. You get to, you define, your outcome.
That's true.
So I feel like, if somebody like that started off with nothing can end up in that situation, then why can't I?
That's good. That's good. What about you? You've had time to think about it.
I forgot the name of it, but I've watched it twice. I know everything that happens, but it's the movie where the girl moves to the school and she runs cross country. She has asthma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that made
Why can I not think of that?
I don't know
movie?
this one.
Just came out.
Yeah.
Just came out about
I
a year
forget the name
ago.
every time I think of it. But
I know exactly the movie
Yeah.
you're talking, and it's a great movie.
yes, I love it.
I'll have to think of it.
Okay.
I can't remember
So-
the name of it.
Serious stuff aside, guilty pleasure. What do y'all enjoy? Like what's something that where like somebody found out that this is my thing, they'd be like, really, Royce?
Well, I kind of said it earlier, but Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people look at me and I feel like I give off a very like big dumb jock.
Yeah.
Like I express that a lot, but that's really not true. I'm kind of a nerd on the inside.
Okay, so what level Potterhead are we? Like, are you like I like the films, or are you like the I know what house I'm in because I've taken the Pottermore quiz?
I know what house I'm in.
There we go.
I could beat a lot of people in Harry Potter trivia.
Ooh, we're gonna have to talk. What are you?
I'm a Gryffindor.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
What does that mean?
Well, you know what it means.
What does that
you know
mean?
what it means. Everybody thinks I am too, but I'm actually a Ravenclaw.
I see that.
Yeah.
You seem like an intelligent guy.
It's the glasses, right?
I have no idea what I am. No idea. Do you
I don't
know?
know what they're talking about.
Me neither. So, me and Jadyn, we're in our own world.
We got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so what about you?
I like to play video games.
Okay.
So
Hey!
every time my friends come over, they're telling me to get off.
What's
but,
the game?
I really like Ark Survival.
No.
The
Wow.
dinosaurs. Love it.
Wow.
He said, "Wow, okay, I didn't know that."
I definitely didn't know that.
Right?
I wouldn't have expected that.
Right? Okay.
Hey, art's a fun game though.
This has become a girl thing too. For a lot of you, you want to do what, forensic investigating or?
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's because of Abby.
I have this question though, and you tell me if your wife's this. Mine's not. Thank God.
It's gonna be bad.
What
if
is
mine
it with girls in these crime shows, these murder shows? You watch these murder shows, 15 ways to kill somebody, and
Absolutely.
does
Yeah.
that not creep you out? Like,
It is weird a little bit.
Have we not noticed like a whole generation of girls watching these?
I don't really watch those much. I actually get on YouTube and watch BuzzFeed Unsolved, all the unsolved murders.
But it's the
Those
same
are good.
thing.
Those are good.
It's the same, the cold case and
Yeah.
the. I'm like,
I like
why? So for my relaxing time, I watch cold case. What? Okay. How to kill somebody and not be caught.
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is, Overcomer.
Yes.
Yes, that was a great movie.
I like the investigation part of it, about how they found somebody.
Right.
But when you're telling me about something that happened a couple of years ago and the guy's still not been caught, it
Make you a little nervous.
Kind of scares
It
me.
reminds me, this is me and your time, of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes.
And how terrifying. You talk about Conjuring?
Yes.
We watch Unsolved Mysteries. I'd have to watch it during the day because if I did it at night, I wasn't sleeping.
Well, there's been stories of like copycat people
Because
who-
it's true stories.
Yes, exactly.
who are like
Yes.
inspired by that stuff.
Yes.
It's like that's a good idea.
And they still didn't find so and so. They've been gone ever so. I'm like,
Yeah.
You could have should have left that part out. Should've left that
yeah,
part out.
I'm now terrified.
And
This
that's
happened
when,
in your backyard. What? This is bad.
and that's when she snapped.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Anyway, so what makes you want to be a forensic investigator?
I just, ever since I've been younger, I liked all the riddles, the clues, watching all those videos, loved it.
So then you like escape rooms.
Oh, yes.
Now that's something me and my wife love.
That's
Escape
fun.
rooms.
It is
I
fun.
love escape
They don't like
rooms.
me at escape rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you just like
Center for
start trying
Applied
to break the door down.
Forensics.
Well, I don't try to break the door down, but if I feel like I have the code right, and the door's not open, I'm just gonna pull a little harder.
That's what they call it.
And so
Knocking the door down, pulling the door harder, whatever. I mean,
I don't think the doorknob was supposed to come off.
that's right. Who knew?
This is the next clue.
Hey, it opened. But anyway,
Did we win?
Course record.
yeah, you did now. And then Royce just says, "I dare you to tell me I didn't win."
Yeah. Where's my prize?
So okay, both of you have college scholarships in your fields. Where you're going to JSU, where would you want to go? What's your dream place? Even if you
Delta
hadn't had
State,
the offer.
Fighting Okra.
Fighting Okra.
I mean, hey, honestly, the Fighting Okra, they sound amazing.
Right?
The biggest thing for me, as somebody that's in the recruitment process is, you can't really have a favorite.
Right.
I grew up an Alabama fan, and I
Right.
love Alabama, but as far as my future, you kind of have to put that in front of who you cheer for, on Saturdays. So really, it's where I'm going to get the biggest opportunity. I'd love to play, in the NFL. I'd love to play professionally, and so a big part of that is putting yourself in a good situation in college to be able to perform and get yourself out there to make that happen. So right now, I have one of the opportunities I have is Alabama State.
Yeah.
And they told me that, I am looking at a chance to be able to come in and play my freshman year if I went there. And that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys, you go play college ball and
Don't
you
play
only
till your junior or senior year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 4 years of college ball, I mean, that's especially at the Division I level, you can't really ask for a lot better opportunities than that.
Yeah. Jadyn, what made you choose JSU?
The facilities I really loved, and the team, the coaches, I just fell in love with it.
It's the gym of the hills, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Gym of the Hills.
It's the gym of the hills. That's what it is. Go Gamecocks.
Yeah. So, okay, this is your senior year. This is your junior year. What would you like to say to your team if you could leave like one statement, one phrase, one something you want to be remembered for? What is that?
Well, basketball tells us this a lot, but trust the process. Really, it stuck with me for a long time. So
I would say mine would be leave it on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sophomore year was the first year I ever got to start as at the varsity level in football, and I started that season. And when the season was over, we had a successful season, but I felt like I didn't have the season that I thought I could.
Yeah.
And you know, I hated that feeling, like I didn't do as much as I could have or as much as I should have.
Yeah.
And so, you know, now you just got to play every game like you won't get to play another one.
So good.
So leave it all on the field, man.
That's good. So yesterday, I have 2 young boys. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we went to a park in Huntsville yesterday just to play in the afternoon. And my 3-year-old, I was watching him. He's old enough to where I can kind of let him go play.
Right.
And he's wandering off. He's up on a jungle gym type deal, and there's a bunch of older kids who are running around playing tag. And there's this one kid who's the oldest. He's tall. He's a big guy. And I noticed my son is just sitting there in awe watching him. And the kid has his hoodie up.
Mm-hmm.
My son has a hoodie on. And I watch him. He doesn't even know I'm there. And he slowly goes and puts his hoodie up. Because he saw that kid and he wants to be like that kid.
Right.
So all that to say, if you had the opportunity as that older kid to talk to my son, what would you tell him? Because there's people watching you guys, whether you realize it or not.
Never think that what you want to do is unrealistic.
Yeah.
And never listen to anybody that ever tells you to be realistic. Because I've said, like, my entire life, I started playing football at 5. I started taking it seriously probably around 8. And I said, like, I want to play college football. You know, like that was the goal, and it has been my entire life. I've been working out since the 3rd grade, trying to make that happen. And my whole life, especially before high school, before people really saw that, hey, like, you know, you might have a shot at this. You know, back when I was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, they were like, well, you know, what do you want to do after high school? And I said college football. They would always say, well, what else do you want to do? You know, because you're not, you know, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
Realistically, what do you want to accomplish? And I'm like, no, that is what I'm going to accomplish. You know, and so I feel like that's a terrible thing to say to somebody, especially, you know, when they're younger or you know, before they have a chance to really show you what they can do, because I feel like that could crush a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, what if somebody wanted to play college football and you told them to be realistic and they gave up on that? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was lucky. I didn't listen to it. I didn't really care. Because I knew what I wanted to do and I was going to do it.
Love it.
So, yeah, never listen to anybody that tells you to be realistic.
That's a good word.
Love it. Jadyn?
I would definitely say reach for the stars, because you can do anything you put your mind to if you work at it. Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
That's good.
Man, I have so enjoyed interviewing you two, and y'all are so much fun. The show's not over, but we've enjoyed you being here and your interview, so thank you so much, guys.
This has been a blast.
Y'all have represented your school extremely well, so
absolutely.
We're going to go to some fun stuff. So, Steven?
88.5 JFM is WJIA Guntersville. Streaming online at 885jfm.com.
I was going to say, if y'all could stay, we go to 4:30. If you can't, that's okay.
I don't have anything to do.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll just do some question and answer. Your guy, Greg Glasscock, will call in at 4:15. I call him the voice of the Wildcats. But anyway, for the next minute, I'm sure Steven has at least one video he can show.
You know
us.
I do.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
Don't you enjoy laughing? Royce is a comedian. Yeah.
I do my best.
Yeah.
So, did y'all get to catch any of the Daytona 500?
I did not.
No? You know, I'm not a big NASCAR watcher either, but there's a lot to it, I know, besides just drive fast and turn left. I know there's a lot more to it. In fact, I got some pit crew video. I'll play that in just a few minutes. But, you know, there was a pretty big deal that happened at the Daytona 500, because when you win that place, you become a Daytona champion. You don't just win the race, you're a champion. And so, you know how they celebrated this big championship, this big win is, well, you got to eat after the race, right? And so where's your go-to restaurant, guys, to go and eat after a game, after a race? You know, celebratory meal. Where do you go?
We know Crawl Mama's is one of them.
I go, yeah, I mean, Crawl Mama's is nice because it's free. So, you know, any all-you-can-eat celebratory meal that you don't pay for is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, go load up on, you know, all you can eat crawfish and crab legs. That's
sounds wonderful.
where I like to be.
Jadyn, how about for you?
I would say definitely either Buffalo Wild Wings or
Come on.
Carrabba's.
Oh, Carrabba's?
Carrabba's.
Okay.
I love it. The calamari. You ever had the calamari there?
I'm not. I get the chicken brine.
I love calamari.
The calamari is amazing there. The marinara sauce. Oh.
So, is there anything that you don't like?
It's a solid question.
You're not gonna believe this. No. I'll try anything, and there's some stuff that I don't care for.
Yeah.
There's nothing, if you put it on my plate, I'm just gonna like.
I figured as like a restaurant kid, you would probably like most things.
Yeah, I do like most things. My favorite food is actually Asian food.
Okay.
Whether
like hibachi stuff, or?
Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, I like it all. So,
you like Thai?
I love Thai food. Thai food is really good.
It can get spicy.
I like spicy.
Spicy.
Steven.
All right. So, you got to go eat somewhere. And for the guy who won the Daytona 500, by the way, it's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He decided he would take his trophy with him to go eat. And I thought it was pretty cool. So let me pull this up for you real quick. This is how he walked into the Waffle House.
Waffle House? Yes.
That's great.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. We're hungry. Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
How cool is that?
Nice.
Did y'all see where Trevor Lawrence did the same thing?
No.
No, I didn't see that.
It was after one of either the last game of the season or like one of the playoffs games. He went to Waffle House right after.
That clip.
Waffle House feels like family.
That clip was very Ricky Bobby-esque.
Yes. Right?
I could definitely see him doing that.
What is it? Shake and bake?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. I like it.
I used to live within 5 minutes of the track.
Daytona?
Talladega.
Talladega.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's where before I came back here to Marshall County, I was living in Lincoln, Alabama, which is where the track is.
Did you ever get to go drive it?
Never drove it. Been out there a bunch, though.
Man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to pay a pretty penny to get on that track.
Yeah, they have experience.
They do.
Though.
I probably could have if I wanted. I just never did.
Yeah, my son right now has like a huge love for sports cars. And he fell in love with the Bugatti.
Ooh.
And it's actually hard to find them you don't find that in Hot Wheels.
No,
actually you actually have to order them because nobody has them. And so we bought him some this Christmas, but we had to find them. Yeah.
Special order.
Well, it's like a $3 million car in real life.
Oh, they're insanely expensive.
They go 260 miles an hour.
I think last year I saw the world's most expensive car was a Bugatti.
The Bugatti.
That somebody bought for their wife. It was a custom one.
Yeah.
And it was, over $100 million.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
For one car.
They go. Actually, I saw one go 300. I saw one go 300 miles an hour.
Can you imagine?
I would be
that's faster than a NASCAR.
Can you imagine somebody like a fender bender,
300,
running up on you on a stop sign and hitting just the bumper of that thing?
That was insane.
I would have a heart attack.
That was insane. They went 0 to 261 in 42 seconds.
Was it on the Autobahn or something?
It was somewhere. It was a Guinness World Record, so they did clear the road.
That's just petrifying.
Just straight.
I had the opportunity a few years ago to go out to Utah, and I went to what's called the Salt Flats.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where they do a lot of the rocket car stuff.
Yeah.
And when you have that much open space, your depth perception is off. You think something's right there, and as you keep driving towards it, it never gets closer. It had to have been somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere it's just so long
that you can go that fast. Can you imagine driving 300 miles an hour?
I don't even like going to 80 miles.
Yeah, I've gone.
What'd you say, Steven?
About 5 seconds.
Okay.
Freestyle, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
The Varsity Freestyle.
Hey guys, this is your chance to win a 5-person all-day pass to B&B Video Games in Albertville, right by the Pizza Hut. Could you get any more 80s than that? It's a beautiful thing. So all you got to do is call in and answer 3 questions. You say, I don't know the answer. It's okay. It's like phone a friend, and we got the answer. So we're gonna help you. We got your back. And the first question, and I think you're gonna enjoy this. In what city is the Eiffel Tower located? In what city is the Eiffel Tower located?
Want to win? Call us now at 256-505-0885.
You got it right.
Y'all thought it was like a trick question.
It's
didn't you?
not a trick question.
I knew what it was. I actually I really like geography.
Yeah.
But I asked her kind of being funny. But
Yeah, he's laughing.
You
I
start
said no
wondering
anyway.
because you start thinking, wait a second, what is he asking? Is it where it is? Is it where it was? Was it built somewhere different?
No.
Yeah.
Not a trick question.
I've actually had the privilege of going up the
Seeing
Eiffel
there?
Tower.
That is one place I haven't gone.
It was cool.
Do you know its original intention?
No.
Radio tower.
Yeah, I thought
I
that's what
really
it was.
didn't know that.
Yep. It's a radio tower.
There's a little office about halfway up.
Yep.
that
It's
is
pretty
a
neat.
huge radio tower.
I know, right?
When you're there and you're actually looking at like you can't appreciate the size until you're there, and you start seeing like the little plaques telling you about what it was and stuff. It's wild. It's just unbelievable.
My family has been there. Like my brother, my mom, and my dad. But I was actually in Greece, Kosovo, and Macedonia on another missions trip at the same time they were there.
Yeah.
And
Ours was a layover. We were coming back from Ukraine. We had served on mission in Ukraine, and we came back through.
Yeah.
And we were there for a day and a half. So it was just like a long layover, and somehow or another we packed in. We went all the way out to Versailles. Like we had to get on the train. I got to go up in the Eiffel Tower twice. We went to Arc de Triomphe, went to the Louvre. Like I slept the whole way. After that, it was exhausting.
Yeah.
We barely slept at all while we were there.
Wow.
The sun didn't go down until like 10:30 though.
Yeah, that's how it was in Scotland.
Wow.
I did a 3-month
10:30?
internship.
It was wild because like I was thinking, I was like, oh, we have time, because the sun wasn't going down. Like
Right.
it closes at this time. I'm like, oh, we're good. And then I look down, I'm like, it's 8:30.
Yeah.
Like what's happening right now?
That's weird when you're up there because that's how it was in Scotland. The sun wouldn't go down till 10:30, and then it would come up at 4 in the morning. Yeah,
That is insane.
It was unreal. It's really cool.
it's so far north. Alaska's that way
Yeah, Alaska has periods of time where the sun don't go down.
at all. Yeah. What's the coolest place you've ever been?
I'd say the Bahamas.
That's cool.
I went to the Bahamas. Got to snorkel around the ocean there.
Yeah.
I forget which. I went on a cruise, and I forget which cruise I went
Catamaran.
with. But they had their own island.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was cool. They I got to go. The water was crystal clear.
Yeah, it is.
And there was a shipwreck. You could snorkel down there, and the fish are every color you could think of.
Yeah.
So it's like you're swimming with a bunch of highlighters down there.
You found
It's
Ariel
crazy.
down there and
I wish.
flounder.
Where's the coolest place you've ever been?
I don't travel much, but we went
Guntersville,
to
Alabama.
yeah, Guntersville, Alabama. But we went to Florida one time. We went to this place. I forgot what it's called, but we went all the way down. There was like a thing of rocks. We went all the way down to the end, and there was zebrafish. There was
That's cool.
sea urchins, and then it started storming. Got a little scared.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I did the stupid thing where my parents went to bed and I stayed up all night, and I was walking around with a friend, and before it's over with, my mother loves telling the story. I called her and I was like, "Mom, you gotta come down here." It's like 2 a.m, and she wouldn't do it. So I showed her a picture later. I had caught a stingray in a little bitty crab net, and it was like half of it was hanging out of the net. And I'm like dragging it up on the shore.
Did you kill the stingray? He killed the stingray.
I put him back. I put him back in the water.
Savage.
I put him back in the water. I promise.
He was dead though.
I'm not gonna answer that.
He was dead. You can.
I'm not gonna have PETA coming after me on that one.
No, that's funny.
But yeah,
yeah,
that was wild.
We lived in North Carolina, so Wilmington wasn't far, and we were on a beach in Wilmington. I saw somebody catch it, and they killed one. I'm like, wow.
I mean, I was like 16 or 17, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
This was an adult, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I thought I was cool.
Yeah, you are cool.
That thing was bigger than me.
I would think I was cool if I caught a stingray.
Right?
With a crab net.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how you did that.
It was like just this little wing part. I was just dragging it. It was terrible. It was very inhumane.
That's what I was saying.
I would
It
have been
died.
scared.
It couldn't breathe. Yeah. Poor thing.
Probably should have gone to jail.
He became shark food.
Probably so.
It's the circle of life.
This is also the same night that I ended up making buddies with the security guard.
Hey,
And
how'd that go?
And it was awesome. We ended up watching the sunrise from the top of one of the Florida, like Panama City skyscrapers because he had the keys.
Nice.
I don't know how long he kept his job after he let some teenagers on the roof, but
Yeah, that definitely is against the rules.
Yeah.
I don't know where you were, but
That's a no.
That was not allowed.
That was a no. It's a bad thing.
And then here I am. I'm
Matt
in vocational ministry
and
15
you
years
pastor
later.
over here, Matt. Don't do it on his trip.
Yeah. Come on. Speaking of which, we're going to go to youth camp in the summer.
Right.
So you guys wanna come.
Yeah. Also, don't do any of those things on a youth
Yeah. Don't do what I did.
Please. So, anyway. Yeah, that's fun. So, you've been to Florida. You've been to the Bahamas. Is there any other country you've been to out of?
I've been to Mexico.
Cozumel?
No, I've been to
Cancun, Mexico City.
Cancun.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Cancun.
The water. Have you been to Cozumel? No, the water.
I've been to Nicaragua.
He's talking about the water. Wow.
Yeah, Cancun was cool. I got to ride a stingray there.
What?
Did he make it?
He made it. He made it.
Okay.
I was with
Makes you really question with how big it
I was a lot younger at the
It made
time.
more sense. The Steve Irwin thing makes more sense now.
Here we go. I got Greg.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Sports analyst Greg Glasscock.
I need some music like this.
This is awesome.
Greg? I had to wait at the right moment. We're just excited that you're here.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I like listening to that. I had my wife listen to it a while back, and she was impressed.
She should be. She should be. We don't halfway do things at the Varsity Radio Show.
All or nothing.
You got that right.
That's
I
right.
made it this time now. Yeah.
That's why we're your favorite place to be. So
that's right.
And the two that I have in the studio with me, I know you know them because you're from Guntersville. Guntersville legends, Royce Baucom here, and then Jadyn Bonds is she sitting beside me. I feel like I'm famous at the moment. So, but
you got a couple real good athletes there, without a doubt.
a little bit good, you know. But Greg, you're here to talk about the basketball tournaments going on right now.
Yeah, the regionals are wrapping up. Matter of fact, I'll be back in Jacksonville tomorrow morning, broadcasting the boys' final between Scottsboro and Guntersville. That should be a very tough one. They played 3 times this year, with Scottsboro winning 2 of them. So that'll be a battle. Since we last spoke, probably one of the biggest upsets in the state happened with the girls going down.
Yeah.
The South Side, which, I mean, you got to give South Side credit. They had a great game plan. Of course, Guntersville did not shoot well. Some people are wondering, were they looking ahead to the region final? And the way I look at it, once you get to the regionals, you really shouldn't be looking ahead, because everybody's tough when you get this far. And, it was a real low-scoring game. And, unfortunately, it's a disappointment because, when you win it all, your expectations for the next year are real high. It's almost like you feel like it's win it all or bust. And I think everybody's expecting them to at least get back to the Final Four in Birmingham, maybe not win it all. So to go out first game of the regionals, I know that was a big disappointment, and I really feel for the seniors, especially Olivia, but she'll be going on to play at Lipscomb next year, so she's got bigger things ahead. But overall, still a very good year for Coach Hill's squad, and the boys, we'll see what they do. And before the boys play, the only other Marshall County team left, Seth, your Arab Knights.
Yeah.
I'll be there in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to get there for at least half of that game, and hope they do well. They're going to play the team, of course, that knocked Guntersville out in Southside. So I think Arab's got the team to beat them, and I really hope they do, because we only have 2 teams from Marshall County left in it. So we'll see how it goes, and then next week starts the Final Four in Birmingham, and I know probably with the student athletes, y'all talk probably a little track and field, I would guess.
Yes.
Yes.
The outdoor season's getting underway, and
yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
And, I think the world of Coach Bashall, I think he does a great job with that program there, and I'll be there calling the home meets this year. I think they're in March, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, they're the same week that we're hosting a couple different meets. So, yeah, looking forward to track season, and baseball's here. Just got underway, I guess it was last week, and soccer's going strong to start the year. The Guntersville boys soccer team is ranked number 1, and I don't remember what the girls are ranked, but I know they're pretty high, like 3 or 4. So, yeah, things overall are looking pretty good at Guntersville for athletics.
And then, going on the final, I think I'm right. The girls from Arab are moving forward. The boys from Guntersville are moving forward. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
and they
I
both
thought
play
so.
back tomorrow. And
Wow.
the winners will go to the Final Four. And that'd really be amazing for Arab's girls, because when I was talking to their coach earlier this year about their team, I think they have 2 juniors. The rest are freshmen, sophomores, and no seniors, kind of like, I guess you could say, Guntersville's team last
year.
Yeah, they're really young this year.
Like, real young team. So, without a doubt, win or lose, I think Arab has definitely overachieved. And, they've got just better things ahead in the cup here. So they'll be a force to be reckoned with, without a doubt. If Guntersville's girls would have won, we would have had Arab Guntersville Part 5 tomorrow.
Wow.
As they've all hit, 4 times this year. So I think everybody was going to really look forward to that Marshall County matchup in the morning, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. But I wish Arab the best of luck in the morning, and of course Guntersville, I'd love nothing more than to see them put Scottsboro out.
Yeah, be great.
Scottsboro's got a very good team, and they've won 2 of the 3 meetings, so it'd be good to even up the score in what would be the most important matchup in the win or go home tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, go nuts and cats on, I guess. But
it's going to be a big day tomorrow.
Yeah. For every.
it is.
Yeah. Anyway, to the 2 teams that matter most to me and Marshall County. But anyway, well, Greg, I really appreciate you calling in.
Well, I enjoy it every week talking to you guys. It's always good to talk sports,
Always. Always.
Yep.
Well, thanks for adding so much value to the show. We really appreciate you.
Well, I don't know how much value I'm adding, but you're more than welcome. So.
Well, we'll see you next week, and hopefully you'll have good news on both fronts.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what we'll talk about next week, is how both of those teams did. And if either one of them, do win and are moving forward, we'll talk about the matchups in Birmingham. Should be real exciting.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Greg. You're the man.
Y'all are welcome, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that.
Such good music. We can't keep playing it though. Facebook will throw us off. So there's music going, there's a radio going, at the same time we got video going. Y'all been on camera the whole time. So
that's why my phone's been here. I've been watching.
Yeah, there's interactions.
watching the comments.
So Steven, you got one good video to send us out on.
Actually, I think I've got a couple here.
Come on.
Yeah, so, all right, Jadyn and Royce, any non-traditional pets you would like to have? Like, not a dog, not a cat, Maybe something exotic. I don't know, like a, let's say a penguin.
That's mine. That's mine.
I've always wanted one.
That's my favorite animal. I was hoping he would say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or maybe a flamingo. Or
why not?
I don't know. Maybe you really like the way possums look. I think they're ugly.
No, I've never thought
Not
that.
possums.
So what would it be for each of you? What would you like to bring home and have, as your pet?
Mine would definitely be a sloth.
A sloth!
Wow. What would you name it?
Ooh.
Would it
I
be a
have no
boy or
idea.
a girl sloth?
It'd be a boy.
Oh,
Only
okay.
girls.
Oh, I thought of a good
Be
name.
Dash.
Yeah.
Dash.
Yeah, that's a good one.
100-yard dash from Zootopia.
That's good stuff. All right, for you, Royce?
I've had a couple snakes.
Ooh.
I like
What?
reptiles.
Of course you have.
I like snakes. I like lizards. It'd probably be a hognose snake. I've always wanted one of those.
Yeah, those
Never
things
had one.
look cool.
They do look cool.
Most
They're-
people are terrified of them, but Royce.
Not Royce.
Whatever.
Not old Royce.
All right.
Well, this little girl went
Crikey.
outside and she thought she found a cat.
What do you have?
I found a cat.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a cat.
Uh-huh. The family
Wow.
raccoon.
Is it family raccoon or
It
is it
must
a wild
be.
raccoon?
It must have been the family raccoon. It was very friendly.
I had a friend one time who had a ferret as a baby.
Oh, yeah.
And then as they got older, it just got more and more aggressive, so they had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Poor ferret.
Ferrets are not fun
The
sometimes.
the
They
last
smell real bad.
The last snake I had was a red-tailed boa, and it wasn't very big. I wasn't very big at the time. I was a younger guy, and I was getting it out of its cage because I was about to feed it, and it started wrapping around my arm, and then it hissed at me.
Ooh.
And so that was
That was it.
I called my dad. I was like, "Get this thing off me. I'm done." Like, we're selling it, and we sold it the next day. And I was like, "I'm not getting another snake."
That's it. Mm-mm.
And so I was scarred for a very long time.
Yeah, I have this overwhelming fear of things that can kill me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Solid point.
Here in Guntersville, we've got this long walking trail, and lots of
Right.
times you'll be out there and you'll see somebody walking their dog, and it's always a good idea to ask, is the dog friendly, right? Because you don't want to get your fingers bitten off, right? So, do y'all ever like go up and ask, hey, is it friendly? Can I pet it? Y'all ever do that?
I do because I have kids.
Yeah.
I make them do that. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people lie about that. Oh, yeah, it's great.
I agree with that. I have a big dog myself. I have a Rottweiler.
Ooh.
And so, I don't like to mess with other people's dogs because you never know how they're going to react.
Right.
Because even my dog, he's very
He would
well
eat
trained.
you. He's still a dog, though.
He's still a dog.
That's it.
He's still an animal. He didn't think like we do.
Right.
If he just wanted to mess me up, man, he could.
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine when you go up and you're asking, is this dog okay? Is it friendly? It might go a little something like Rockstar here.
Your dog bite? Let me see.
Nice
dog. This ain't no nice dog.
I'm sensing a pattern with Royce though. His pets are deadly animals that can kill him.
Well, the snakes weren't. The snakes weren't very big. Really big snakes are a bad idea. My dad actually, before I was born, he had a really big snake. He had a 16-foot long boa.
Not in a million years.
And so he kind of helped me when I wanted to get into snakes, but my snakes never got any bigger than a foot and a half. So I wouldn't say they could kill you. Now the dog's a big dog. And have you ever seen Rottweilers?
I have.
They're very muscular, and so they're intimidating looking. And he has a big silver chain. So when we ever walk around together, I feel like we're a pretty
Nobody's messing
dynamic
with you.
duo. Absolutely,
Yeah.
we're not gonna get kidnapped or anything like that.
No, I can't ever see anybody trying to kidnap you though.
I
mean, to be fair,
I don't know about one person pulling that off.
You would need like a reinforced.
It's a whole team.
Yeah. You
The
need
whole
like
team.
you need a reinforced white van to do that.
Reinforced. That's
like
it.
a jacked up
Yeah.
with mufflers on it.
So we're about to do buzzer beater. You're gonna say, I'm gonna say, hey, this is where you can find us when the show's over. You'll say Instagram. You'll do Facebook. That's our handle or whatever. You'll do Twitter. Steven will do TikTok and podcast.
So
I feel bad because I know you're freezing right now, Jadyn. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
No.
So I say Twitter and then I say the app.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can find us at Twitter
At Varsity Radio 885.
Yep. Yep.
Seth, you got podcasts?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I got TikTok.
And I've got Instagram.
Oh, it goes quiet every time we say something. Kumbaya.
Well, I got another video I could play.
Yeah,
you
go.
ever keep making the same mistake over and over and over again? You ever done that before?
The same mistake?
The same mistake.
Absolutely. Get some boy up out of here, man. Pull me up out of here, shouty, man. I need you everything, man.
Oh,
Get your hands off me, man. I never needed
boom,
you.
boom, 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 boom. Right back. There's a reason why the Bible calls us sheep.
Shouty, man. I apologize for what I said. Get out of here, shouty.
Wow. Right back in. That's funny.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that video, not with the commentary like that, though. That's funny.
The commentary is great. The way he even like muffled his voice at the end when he was down there.
Our favorite is that rock star, the man, are you a dog this
I think I talked to you about this last time, the talking animals on BBC.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Have y'all seen those?
Yes.
I think so.
Alan.
No, it's not Alan. That's Steve. Steve.
Nighttime?
Daytime. What are you doing? Playing a game of nighttime, daytime. You want to play?
Yeah, I love those. I do like those. The BBC animals.
They just dub over commentary.
You know what we're talking about?
Like National
believe so.
Geographic.
I believe so.
Nighttime, daytime.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the bad lip readings.
Yes. Same
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Same people, I think.
An orange peanut?
Seagulls.
For me?
I love watching the NFL bad lip readings.
Oh, yeah.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, there's these huge guys, walking around, and they make them say the most ridiculous things.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you ready for some buzzer beater?
Yep.
Here we go.
The buzzer beater.
That sound lets you know that our show's come to an end. We can hear you crying through the radio right now. It's okay. We're going to embrace you with our social medias right now, so you can still find us around at...
You can find us on Instagram at Varsity Radio Show.
You can find us on Facebook at Varsity Radio Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Varsity Radio Show 885.
And you can find us over on TikTok at Varsity Radio Show.
And you're going to want to do that because we're going to watch this 6'5" guy, Royce, do a cartwheel in a minute. Hey, you can also find us on podcasts everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Spotify, iHeartRadio. So many places you can listen to the Varsity Radio Show. So please be a part of this. You can see Roy, you can hear Roy and Jadyn tomorrow on podcast. So anyway, and keep it forever as the keepsake. It'd be great. Hey, we will see you back next week. But before we do, we want to tell you about the fuel for the Varsity, the Char Burger. Home of the famous Char Grilled Wildcat Burger, Philly cheesesteak, and jumbo crispy onion rings. And B&B Video Games, the 80s style arcade in the back, video game retail store in the front. B&B Video Games by the Pizza Hut in Albertville. Hey, we hope that you'll come back and join us. Same Varsity time, same Varsity place, 88.5 JFM. See you next week.